EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making taken a few yards along the way, and now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Dancing to his left. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hill. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
12.
Second down and goal. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
11. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. In motion, Hill. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches. Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Got it. Got it. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT.
They'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On first down, Tagovailoa. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
2 and now on first down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now it's 2nd and 9.
12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Pirine. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this returnable for Hill. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
All right, ready?
Now a carry for Pirine. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11, 11, 11. 42. Stop.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
11.
Now Burrow. Flush to his right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open. I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this throw caught left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Steele. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And they'll get this down to the 10. 37 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
11, Thomas.
Now Pirine. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow on the move to his left. This is caught. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jay Tufele never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Allison throwing on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allison. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are. at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Mighty.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
11 MT. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
They'll run it here with Pirine. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
So you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11 MT.
Here we go with Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Allison. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Allison now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Another catch there for Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom.